EWA.
There's bad radio, good radio, and chaotic radio. In that order.
All right. Heel Talk Radio on kaoticradio.com. I am your most excellent host, 5-card stud Jeff Maverick. And today we have... Are you ready for it?
I'm ready.
I thought of it as soon as I saw your shirt.
Nice.
Drive by Cole Dawson.
That's great.
Tasteless
That's great.
humor.
That's okay. I'll be plugging a lot of people today. No, just kidding. Maybe just one person who's definitely getting buried today.
I can't wait to hear it.
Yes.
Well, I mean, are we talking about that chick?
Yeah,
okay.
For sure. Yeah.
That's going to be great.
That's happening.
Oh, we've got Violet in studio.
What up?
I don't know why she thinks she gets to talk. Stop it. I'll let you sit there and listen, though. That's what we let Luke do.
That's correct.
Violet, I love you, but just like Luke, if we let you talk, you will not stop.
Correct. And also, her story may take us down a rabbit hole somewhere.
Oh, my God.
We don't want to go.
Yeah. All right. So, wow. You know, we had a show planned.
Correct.
We were going to finish off our top 10 most overrated anything in wrestling list this week, but a lot happened.
Yeah. Shit kind of hit the fan this week.
So much shit hitting the fan this week.
News.
We've got WWE rumors. We've got AEW news. We've got New Japan Wrestle Kingdom. We've got the death of absolutely the best backstage interviewer in the history of wrestling. I mean, so much happened this week. It already takes us forever and a damn day to get through 5 of these things in an hour. We're just gonna go ahead and bump it to next week. This week we're gonna give the people what they want. We're gonna give the masses what they want.
Dozens and dozens of fans.
Wow, you're giving us way too much credit there, buddy. Maybe dozens. I think we had 26 views on last week's YouTube.
Which is like roughly triple what we've been doing. So, hey, progress.
Yeah, no, double. It's double. We've been doing like 13, which is okay. So we're gonna start off with we'll drop the downer.
Yeah,
right here at the front.
Might be the second saddest thing we're talking about this week, though.
Yeah, possibly.
Oh,
death of wrestling.
Oh.
So earlier this week, Mean Gene Okerlund of WWF fame, of AWA fame, first started off
WCW fame of.
I have no idea what just happened.
I don't know.
Anywho,
there's 3 people watching now, though. Anyway.
Yeah. So Mean Gene Okerlund passed away at the ripe young age of 76 years old. It was really weird because it's the first one of the new year.
Yeah.
You know? And they always say things come in threes, and 3 of them in one day, all 76 years old. We had Mean Gene Okerlund. We had Super Dave Osborne, which, that one hits me a little hard. I remember watching Super Dave when I was probably Violet's age. And the captain from Captain and Tennille. All 3 of them, same day. Obviously, the one that hits us here at the show the hardest is Mean Gene. Cole, what's one of your favorite Mean Gene moments?
Probably the moment when he interviewed my sister, Candice LeRae. No, I was reminded, though, that she did actually get to do a backstage segment with Mean Gene, her and Joey, when they were doing World's Cutest Tag Team.
Okay.
And so it was really cool. But the thing that was the most sad about it this week is like Violet and Autumn and my kids literally just discovered who Mean Gene Okerlund was last week. Like they started watching Storytime on WWE Network. And they're like, "Who's Mean Gene?" And I explained it to him, and I was showing it, and I was like, "Oh." And then like we turned on NXT this week, and it's like Mean Gene Okerlund has passed away, and I'm like, "Oh man,
dude!" It as soon as not as soon as it happened, obviously, but as soon as the word got out, I was getting DM'd. I was getting everything on social media, getting tagged and stuff, and it's hard because I myself was a backstage interviewer.
Yeah.
That's how I started my wrestling career. I, in no way, shape, or form, patterned myself after Mean Gene Okerlund.
Yes.
Because, I mean...
the voice, the thing, his whole shtick is
he's the voice of a nation.
Yeah.
You can't imitate it. I mean, you can imitate it, but it's never going to be good. So, But I loved Mean Gene.
Yeah, me too. All right, so to actually answer your question, like the thing I loved about Mean Gene is they didn't take themselves too seriously, and so they did a lot of those vignettes. Like if you go back to the ones with the Bushwhackers, where they were just like all the vignettes were them eating and throwing stuff and having food fights, and they'd always cover Mean Gene
ate something and turned into another Bushwhacker.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And then there's the Hogan match where he's out there in his Speedos and flexing like Hogan, even though he has no muscle definition whatsoever.
None.
That always makes for entertainment for me. Like a lot of guys, like Ultimate Warrior or a Goldberg, take themselves way too seriously, and they have trouble connecting to the fans. But the main thing I take away is that there's not one person I've heard anywhere at all say anything bad about Mean Gene Okerlund.
Nothing.
At all.
Nothing at all. I heard a story this week about Mean Gene that just it just goes to show you how good he is and how much he kind of was a smart ass backstage too. And this is what I like about listening to podcasts to prepare for podcasts. And, so back in the day when Mean Gene was working for WWF, they used to bring all the production guys and the commentators and interviewers in, and they would have like almost individual production meetings. Lasting like anywhere between an hour, 2 hours per guy, right? And the head production guy at the time calls Mean Gene into the office, and he's like, "Okay, well, this is what we're gonna do." And he's like, "Okay, so what? I'm here to interview guys. Yep. All right, peace out." And he took off.
Yeah.
Didn't come back.
Yeah, that's the way it should be.
Exactly. Production meeting.
I don't need 2 hours of telling me what to do.
Yeah. I don't know. I just thought that was kind of a funny story. Were you a fan of like the frisky Mean Gene? Like when they were doing all the stuff with Bobby Heenan and then Mae Young and Moolah.
Oh yeah, all that's great.
Yeah,
that's so over the top ridiculous that it's just like great. But I mean, he had the reputation of being kind of a ladies' man.
Well, come on, could you imagine going into any bar with that voice? I mean, that dude's got a great voice.
But it's the personality. He start cutting up, and everyone just gravitate towards him, and then he had his pick of the lot.
Well, yeah, and then I guess when they were having to do the town by town, little promos and shit, they'd be there for 18 hours a day.
Jesus.
3 days every 3 weeks, and Mean Gene would be there just trying to keep everybody's spirits up, cutting them up, pulling ribs and joking with guys. And God, man, I mean, I met him one time.
Mm-hmm.
One time there was an autograph signing somewhere. I think it was like a mattress store or some shit. I don't even know.
Yeah, the glorious, wrestling.
Yeah, hey, WWF is coming to this town, so they're going to go and throw people out. But, I kind of wanted to meet Mean Gene. I was like 17 years old. I remembered him from when I was a kid, always with Hogan.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, always.
I mean, I think that's what everyone's going to remember him with Hogan. Let me tell you something, Gene.
Let me tell you something, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what, though? I always remember the Ric Flair, though.
Yeah.
Mean by God, Gene.
Woo!
But yeah, so I went to an autograph signing. I got to meet him, shake his hand, tell him, how entertaining I thought he was.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, it was a cool little moment.
Oh, absolutely. It's always good when you get to meet people and they're especially when they're good.
When they're good.
They're nice.
When they're Rob Van Dam, really nice.
Yeah.
But
Mauro Ranallo was incredible.
Yeah.
I met him at New Japan when they were at Long Beach. I went and talked to him a little bit. And
Are you trying to segue? Don't you dare segue.
No, not segueing. Okay. I'm just saying I talked to him for a good 5 minutes. Just
okay.
Thanks for making my sister and brother-in-law sound incredible on TV.
Oh,
it was like, oh my God, they're so like he was just so humble and fantastic and just thankful. I don't know what she's doing.
I think she's having a seizure.
Maybe. We should let her tell a joke.
I don't think we have 45 minutes to kill.
Oh, no, she does dad jokes. They're the best.
Oh no, we'll save it.
Okay.
We'll give her 65 seconds at the end of the show.
Okay.
All right. So, Mr. Bernard, you got that queued up for us? All right. So, in memoriam of Mean Gene Okerlund, the absolute best backstage interviewer, probably best voice in wrestling, we're going to go ahead and give our 10-bell salute.
To honor the life of WWE Hall of Famer and legend, Mean Gene Okerlund. Please rise as we toll the bell 10 times. Thank you.
All right. Sorry, we kind of had to rip that off from WWF.
Okay. Those are always so rough.
They are.
They're so rough. Like, it's one of those things. Like I'm always cool until I hear the 10 bell salute, and then I gotta check.
You get all
out
misty.
It's
gotta
awful.
Gotta check out.
Yeah,
have to check out on that.
Like the Owen Hart one was just
that
the worst.
Brutal.
That one and Eddie.
Anytime, well, yeah, and what I remember most from both of those, and it's funny, it's Mark Henry.
Yeah,
it's always
sobbing,
just weeping. God, that actually kind of makes me a little misty-eyed just thinking about it right there. But yeah,
so let's talk about the stupid wrestling thing for the week before we get into real news. Like, let's talk about one of the worst things I've ever seen in my entire
real quick
life.
I went out and I bought a notebook.
That is awesome. Good for you.
My little notepad wasn't cutting it. I bought a notebook because of all the shit we got to talk about tonight. And I literally only wrote a couple of little things about this one because
her name is Priscilla Kelly. She just participated in the Mae Young Classic, which is just mind-boggling to me that you would do something this stupid and ruin. Like, she railroaded her career with this.
Oh, big time.
There's no way around it. So what this lady did was they spilled out to the outside. I didn't get the girl's name she was wrestling. Did you?
No.
It's not important.
No.
Because to let this happen, you're just as piece of shit as she is. So she hits her with something, sits her in a chair against the rail, reaches in her pants to her crotch,
earmuffs,
rips out her bloody used tampon, and takes it and rubs it all over this girl's mouth. What the fuck?
Dude. Okay, so I'm sitting at work reading this shit on my phone today. And the reactions from people in the business are it is what it is. You got Gail Kim just straight up lambasting this chick. JR calling her a fucking disgrace to the business.
Absolutely.
But then you got other people, and it kind of pains me a little bit, but Tommy Dreamer's just like, dude, do what you got to do to get over. But you got to think.
But this is not getting over. I can't imagine someone's going to go. Like the only thing I can say is that maybe out of morbid curiosity, someone's going to go to see her next match to see if she does something stupid again. But that's about it. Like, there's no market for people wanting to see bloody tampons used as weapons.
You know what's really funny is that you got other people out there talking about that it's only bad because it's a vagina thing.
No. It's unsanitary.
No, this is not, pink crocheted vagina hat time. This is like, seriously, this is fucking gross.
No, I mean, this would be like, I can't even think of a male equivalent for what this would be, but this would be like,
okay, so
actually took your junk out and slapped someone in the face.
This particular tweet that I read, I'm not even gonna dignify the broad's fucking, I'm not even gonna put her name out there so that she gets any recognition for her fucking tweet. But she said she likened it to Joey getting his dick grabbed and throwing people with it.
Yeah, not the same thing.
Because that's a penis, it's okay, but because she did this thing and it was all about her vagina, and you know what? No, that's not what it's about.
No,
what it's about is hepatitis. It's about somebody getting the herpes. Holy shit, you know what? B, Scotty's still here? Okay, good. So you can't hear this? And I know he's not going to watch my show? You could get the...
It's horrible.
It's just...
It's different. It's not the same thing as someone pretending to grab Joey's dick and him suplexing somebody.
Yeah.
And I've seen the reverse where his wife does it, where he's wrestling his wife and she's immune to his dick flip, but she's
got the vajayjay flip,
the vagina flip, and it's fine, and it's the same thing. Nobody got mad about that. It was fine.
No,
this is not. That's apples to apples.
What I thought was really funny was there was a tag match about a year and a half ago. It was the Killer Bays.
Mm-hmm.
So it was Joe. Fuck, what the hell is her name?
What are their names, Violet?
What's the Killer Bays' names?
Oh,
I know Heather Monroe.
Yeah, Heather Monroe. And Joey's wife.
I am so sorry. And I've seen her wrestle like in person. She worked in IWL show. She's great. I love her to death. She was on Glow. It was funny. But so it was the Killer Bays versus Joey and my boy, Douglas James. Go DJ, DJ.
Laura James.
Laura
is
James.
Joey's wife.
Oh, taking on Douglas James. No relation because Laura's from down under and Dougie's not. But Douglas James.
Laura is from England. Come on, bro. Get your accents right.
Fuck it. Dude, I'm the worst. Joey's so never coming on this show now. I just totally
he will. That's fine.
His wife.
Hey, Laura.
So anyway, Dougie tries to do the dick flip on his own fiance at the time.
Yeah.
And she just crushes his plums.
Yes.
Just straight squashes him until our hero, Joey Ryan, comes over and puts his hand on Douglas's shoulder.
Yeah. And then
imbibes him with the dick flipping power of justice. I love that.
It's great.
Or the 17-man dick flip.
Yeah. The other one I saw that was really great was like an 8-man tag at Bar Wrestling during the all-women show, but they had one 8-man tag with X-Pac in the match. Right? Okay. So X-Pac partook in this bullshit. Yes, and so did EC3, and it was fantastic.
Okay.
So the heels, or what we'll call the heels, all get, X-Pac and his boys in the ring at some point, and they're doing... She knows everybody in this match, but she didn't know Laura.
She's got way too much time on her hands.
Yeah. Well, they were at the show. Autumn Ring announced the show, and they have the DVD, and they've watched it 100 times. So, so they all get in four corners, and they've all got the babyface's hands on their junk, and they're all flexing. And so they go to do a four-way dick flip same time. So everyone goes to flip, but Dolph Ziggler's brother can't do it.
Okay.
So then he turns around, to kind of, jostle things around. Okay. And then he grabs X-Pac again, puts his hand on his cock, tries to do it again, can't do it. So the whole joke is, he can't do it. Too small. You too small. You no strong cock.
You no strong like Bo.
Oh God.
So back to this it's not the same. One is done for laughs, basically.
Yeah.
It's a fucking comedy bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got dudes grabbing another dude's cock.
Yeah.
Okay. At most, if you say that that's bad, that's fucking homophobic.
Yeah.
So you can't say that anymore.
Well, you could.
But this is
no. You could say it's bad because it makes a total mockery out of the fucking business. Like when it all comes down to it, it makes a total mockery out of the business.
It's entertainment.
It is to a certain.
We're making movies, pal.
Yes, to a certain demographic, it is entertainment. Yes.
But the other thing is done for shock value. And
yes.
Some stuff done for shock value can come off as great.
Yeah.
Other things come off as Katie Vick.
Yeah.
And this was on that end of the spectrum.
Think this was less tasteful than fucking a mannequin's brains out.
Pretending it's a corpse. Yeah.
Okay, maybe not. Maybe vagina blood is less offensive than having sex with a corpse.
But it's just freaking gross, man. Yeah. It's disgusting.
No redeeming value.
Absolutely. And to boot, the chick's a fucking Paige knockoff. So there's also that. Next thing you know, she's going to have a fucking sex tape leak.
And, well, yeah, one of those happened this week. I don't want to talk about it because I really like the girl, and I know it sucks for her right now, but do you think there'd be two vagina-related stories in 1 week in wrestling?
Well, we'll leave the other vagina-related story.
Yeah, because that was not intentional. At the least, and I hope it blows over really quickly. And
honestly, with that other one, I don't give anything like that publicity because that does nothing but hurt everybody involved.
Well, but see, that's where I come and I go like, well, should it though? Like to me, it's like, does it really? Like, can we stop? Can we get over it and just be like, all right, people have sex, especially.
No, what I'm saying is 20s. Publicizing it, like dropping names right now, would just get people Googling it, and that's not what we really need.
Yeah. I mean, everyone wants to Google it, though.
I know.
She is a fantastic performer, and I hope that this is just a minor setback and she gets back to kicking ass.
You wanna hear something really funny?
What's that?
I have fucking no idea what you're talking about right now.
Really?
I really don't. No.
Oh, okay. We will talk about this. But
okay.
Yeah, there was a very prominent female that had a sex leak this week, and
okay.
It's unfortunate, and I hope that everyone can get over it and
see,
I don't go back to wrestling.
I personally do not. I don't like to give anything like that weight. I won't drop names on it. We won't say who you're talking about. I mean, if people know who you're talking
about,
depends
on who it is.
Then it is what it is. Well, I mean, if it was another Kardashian, I'd just be like, "Yo, go check out the Kardashian."
But, I mean, there's a certain 205 wrestler that married a porn star, so if she does something, I'll bury her. I don't give a shit.
What really sucks, man. I mean, I met her once too before they decided to move to Florida and all that went down. She was a person.
Yeah, she was. Not a very nice one. I haven't liked her since the beginning.
I would have to say the only thing that came from her was we gave Mikey O'Shea a fucking platform. Yeah. And I love that guy. He's a nice dude.
Yeah, he's a good worker.
So, it is what it is. That is so dumb.
So can we stop talking about vagina blood now?
All right. We're off the vagina blood. That is so gross. Yeah. So gross.
Yeah. So then two other big news.
Now let's flip a coin on this one because I don't know if I want to talk about the thing that happened with a bunch of dudes or the thing that may be happening with one guy and a company?
Well, let's do that because then we can lead into Wrestle Kingdom. So let's talk about the new announcement, the big announcement this week, the new wrestling promotion.
All Elite Wrestling.
Yes, sir. The Young Bucks and Cody are at it again.
They are. With the success of All In this past year, live from Chicago, Illinois. And I would have to say the success of the Jericho Cruise, which I mean didn't have much to do with them, but
and you two being the Elite and all
being
that.
the Elite, Cody, the Young Bucks, and Jacksonville Jaguars co-owner Tony Khan.
Yeah,
have all
the son of the owner. Yes.
Well. Everything I wrote.
He's in the family.
Okay,
Yeah.
So he's a huge fan of wrestling.
Yes.
Loves wrestling. That's like his shit. He's like Ted Turner or some shit now. Gotta have wrestling.
I'm just gonna throw millions and millions of dollars
Let's
at
just
this,
throw-
and I don't give a shit how much we lose because I love it.
There's not a lot of details out there yet.
No.
Their first show is going to be called Double or Nothing.
Which is great.
I love it.
I mean, they're really
takes with the
they're really
poker thing.
gambling right now.
Oh, dude. But what this means for wrestling in general is now there's another option, another way to go and make money in America.
Yeah, and we got a lot of options right now, and that's good for the business.
Yeah.
I mean what this will do is it's going to make the guys coming to WWE better. So they don't have to just go and pick guys out of a football lineup and then try to teach them how to wrestle and rush them onto TV with 2 years of experience when they don't know what the fuck they're doing, and then make them the world champion and wonder why everyone's booing them out of the building every night until they get leukemia.
Little too far on that one.
Well, hey.
A little too far. You could have stopped it at boo him out of the building.
You know.
Blood cancer's not funny, dude.
I feel that all the hate from the shitty fans gave him leukemia.
That's a good possibility.
That is as tasteful as vagina blood.
Oh, dude, that just put a bad taste in my mouth.
Anyway.
Gross. Get them.
But
red
no,
wings
but
rocking.
my point is that once the territory days died, once the territories all died off, nobody had TV, nobody had a place to really go develop character work, which is the thing that's really missing in the business today. Is like people didn't really have a chance to be on TV every week and cut promos and do all this and make the rounds like they did in the territory days. So what they get is a bunch of guys that are just kind of mechanics that really don't know how to do a character and actually reach out and touch an audience and grip them by the balls and have them in the ring with them in the moment.
I think our president does that.
Let's not go down that road.
All right, go ahead.
Let's not. There are impeachment rumors around, so that's good. But anyway, I digress.
We're not that show. I can only see the upside to. Well, the downside to this is that it fucking blows up in their face.
Well, yeah. What if All In was their greatest hit? What if what if it's a one off and then the thing that concerns me is I like the Bucks. I like Cody. They're as hot as they're ever going to be right now.
Yeah.
I don't really think they can get more over than they are, even if this is like, unless they like put Vince out of business, which isn't going to happen. That he just signed a multi-billion-dollar TV deal. He's not going anywhere, right?
He's got that Fox money now. Which,
Yeah.
Whoa, wait. Does that mean that Disney has finally scored like the trifecta? Like they've like really all they need now is DC because Disney's buying Fox. WWE just signed a huge deal with Fox.
Well, they bought parts of Fox.
I am almost positive
they didn't buy the whole thing.
bought like Fox Television.
They didn't get Fox News.
No, but
they kept
got,
some of this. Fox kept some of their stuff.
Yeah,
But like their production company, their movie production company, everything they had in the works got bought. Disney's going to buy the whole entertainment
oh,
industry.
dude,
so,
Vince is probably already in Disney's pocket somehow.
he wishes.
There's got to be some way. I mean, business is fucking sucked, sort of. The overall TV product is sucked.
Well, yeah, the Raw sucks.
Yeah.
SmackDown's fantastic. I watch SmackDown
It's
almost
passable.
every week. SmackDown's a good show. Because it's 2 hours and they don't do an overrun and they don't have everybody on every freaking show. Like Daniel Bryan wasn't even on this last week.
Cool.
It was
Miz?
fantastic.
I
think Miz was on, but
Miz
they
has
had
been
Cena
entertaining
and
as
Becky
shit.
Lynch had a mixed tag, which was fantastic. And so, I mean, they're doing stuff. They're actually making stars on SmackDown and telling stories. And what AJ and Samoa Joe have been doing for the last few months is phenomenal.
Have you noticed that John Cena nowadays is looking more and more like JBL?
Yeah, he's got the hair going now.
He's got the hair going now.
God.
Like, let's throw a fucking cowboy hat on that sumbitch.
No, let's not.
Let's see what that looks like.
I would love it if you'd wear gear. That'd be great. He can stop wearing fucking jorts and tennis shoes in the ring. That'd be cool.
That ain't ever gonna happen.
Oh, I know.
Hey man, he hasn't worn wrestling gear since Ruthless Aggression.
I want him to go full heel and like go back to gear and be just a prick.
Oh, dude, black trunks, black
No.
boots,
Please no. Oh,
bright ass fruity pebble colors. Let's make
Yes,
him.
please.
Let's make him the fourth member of the fucking New Day.
oh, that would actually be entertaining.
Hey man, there was a time where I thought he was going to be like the third member of Crime Time
Oh,
because JBL is poopy.
I know. Let's be racist towards black people. Oh, hey, I got this idea. You guys are going to be criminals.
Yo,
God.
yo, it's your boy JTG. You were supposed to jump in there.
She doesn't know that. They don't
I
go back
know.
that far, thank goodness.
Oh God,
Wrestling was really bad for a while.
so bad, so bad. But now it's in that upswing.
Yeah, it is big time.
You know, indie wrestling, as much as you threw it on the overrated list last week, dude, it's making for a definite viable second option.
Well, yeah. I mean, right now you got Lucha Underground and you got.
No, you don't.
Is it done now?
No, they're coming back for another season.
Yeah,
but
still,
why?
it's a place to work in money, and it's completely different. That's why, because it's absolutely completely different than any other wrestling that's going on right now, and so there's a market for that. And then you have Impact, which is just WWE light.
Mhm.
Although it's been better for the last, however long since Don Callis took over.
Can you find it though?
Yeah, I watch it every week. It's on my DVR.
Is it on Pop? Like,
Yes.
what is it on?
It's on Twitch as well. You can watch it on Twitch.
Oh, okay. I've got that app.
But I mean, it's and New Japan's actually a viable option for
Oh,
American
dude,
workers right now.
I
So,
love watching New Japan. I
Yeah.
wish that I didn't have to have the Fight app to watch it.
We'll just pay for the subscription for the New Japan World. I don't want to do that because it's the same as the WWE network, and then you have their library as well.
Yeah.
And
I'll
you can
have
watch
to do that.
everything. You don't just have to watch the one pay-per-view for
Well, I
whatever
find-
they charge, $20 or what is it?
Finally got me one of them smart TVs, so
Yeah.
I could download apps and shit onto it.
Yeah, and that's what I went over to Ron's and we watched it on the Xbox, and it was fantastic. They got English commentary for everything now.
Ron Kilborn?
Yes, sir.
Ron Kilborn? I actually was going to see if he wanted to come in this week.
That'd be great. We need to have him in.
We'll have to have him come in. I love that guy.
Yeah, me too.
He's a smelly bastard.
But I guess I just kind of, because I know right now, because this will tie into our next subject, WWE is throwing ungodly amounts of money at these people, at the Bucks and Cody and Kenny Omega right now, to try to get them. And they, instead of taking the sure money guaranteed for the next 3-4 years, that enough money that'll probably set them up for life where they can chill out after this. They said, screw you, double or nothing. We're going all in on our own promotion.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I want to be home with my kids and make my own schedule, and I'll sell my own merch, and it's fine. And so I hope it goes well. I hope they make a shit ton of money, but I'm just a little nervous that.
Well, I mean, and they are throwing it all in.
Yeah.
You know, Cody's wife, Brandy, is a part of it. She's like the brand ambassador or organizer of the brand, and Cody and the Bucks are VPs of the company. They've already got people signing left and right. There's rumors, like huge fucking rumors of Jericho going over there, Goldberg going over there.
That would be
fucking
interesting.
JR going over there.
That would be really interesting.
I mean, I think it'd be cool. I mean, if you let Goldberg go, and do try to do some more of his
you keep it special
MMA
and let him be
shit
on once in a while and do what Brock's doing, then it'd be great.
Have him come in, destroy a couple motherfuckers, and then
him and Jericho could finally have a real feud.
That would be so good. Let him actually fucking work.
Yeah.
Let Jericho teach Goldberg how to do some shit. That'd be awesome. Have the best fucking wrestler in the world go with the probably number 2 most overrated fucking wrestler in the world. Maybe the number 2 most overrated thing in pro wrestling history. I don't know. Possibly.
Not on my list.
Your list fucking sucks. Fuck your list.
Yeah, whatever.
So, yeah, man, and fuck it. I see a lot of pluses with it. Downside is that if they fucking take a shit,
it hurts their brand. And then if they want to do something big after this, that contract isn't going to be there.
It's probably going to fuck their relationship with New Japan up really bad.
I don't know about. It is what it is. I kind of feel like what people are trying to do right now is get all the companies working together. Oh, we forgot Ring of Honor, by the way, as a place you can go and make money.
Well, you can go and make money.
But still, all these companies now are owned by billionaires. Ring of Honor is owned by Sinclair Broadcasting. Mm-hmm. All these companies now have money. So we are just about in a territory system again. Ooh. And I'm really excited for it.
Dude, to me,
anytime there's alternatives, I'm happy.
Some of the best wrestling came out of that territory system.
Yep.
And
Memphis and Texas and
Georgia Championship Wrestling
from Florida, the AWA,
Texas. Oh God, the fucking Von Erichs, the Freebirds, Pritchard,
Houston. One of the guys that was smart enough to sell to Vince, and get his money out of it.
Oh, shit, dude. I mean, what we need is for somebody to take a territory, because the All Elite Wrestling is going to be ran out of Florida.
Which makes sense for tax purposes.
Yeah, you got a long lineage of people being stupid in that state, but
but that's fun.
Could be ran out of.
Make the crowds more interesting. It's okay. You can touch my feet.
God damn it, dude.
But that leads to our next subject at hand. There is a major rumor going around right now and since Kenny Omega lost the belt,
it's kind of just adding
weight
to
the
that.
Rumors that he is going to be going to WWE after this.
He is having sit-down talks with the big man himself. But I tell you, kid, what we're going to do is we're going to cut your fucking hair.
No, I hope not.
We're going to make you wear some tighty-whitey trunks. And all that flippy bullshit that you do, fuck that. No more flippy bullshit.
I mean, if I'm Kenny Omega, you can write your own deal. They want him. You can tell them this is what I'm going to do, period. I mean, they haven't, AJ's still doing springboard 450s. It's not like they're cutting that out. It's just they might want him to trim it down a little bit. He's definitely not going to be having 40-minute matches anymore. But
no. Nothing of substance.
I don't know that. We don't know that. We assume that. I hope it's good. I don't know anyone that's really genuinely excited, that's aware of the business that Kenny Omega's coming. I know some people that are total marks that don't know anything about the business that are excited
because they see some shit on the internet. They'll see they've seen 4 matches in the last 2 years that have been fucking
the best matches of the last
fucking 10 years.
Yeah.
And that's everybody's getting on the Kenny Omega hype train, which is great. I wholeheartedly support everybody going out there and watching a fucking Kenny Omega match. Hell, there's a thing I watched on YouTube probably 5 years ago that I thought was the greatest shit on YouTube. You watch Kenny Omega fight some fat dude on a goddamn dirt hill. Nice. And he straight up does the Omega powerbomb thing to him off this fucking dirt hill. And it's great. It's just
I'm actually just watching Kenny Omega top 10 moves.
Oh, nice.
And this dude's fucking amazing.
Oh, dude, Kenny is I mean, his moveset is great, but the way he strings them together.
Yeah.
And his reversals and his reversals to reversals.
Yeah.
And his reversals to people's fucking signature moves that he shouldn't be reversing.
Yeah. I mean, the big thing about Kenny Omega is he got the first ever 6-star rating from Dave Meltzer. So, like, that's what they're calling him, Mr. 6 Stars, because, I mean, his matches the last couple years at the big shows have been absolutely insane.
Yeah.
With Jericho and Okada, and I mean, goodness. Yeah. And him and Tanahashi just completely tore the house down.
Yes. That's what I hear.
I know. This guy.
So, I'm so bad. Well, let's go ahead and we'll keep talking about the WWE rumors, because there's also rumors because a certain villain hasn't re-signed his New Japan contract.
Oh yeah,
yeah. They're trying to say he's going to the E as well.
Who's that?
You don't know who the villain is?
I didn't hear any other stuff. Oh, I don't pay attention.
Marty Scurll.
Oh yeah, he sucks. So I don't care.
He sucks. I don't care. Fuck him. Jack Gallagher's better.
You know, he's just another cookie cutter indie guy.
I like him.
Yeah, he's okay.
He's British.
He's fine.
Okay, I'm sorry, I got to interrupt. Cole, I just watched a reverse Frankensteiner.
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck do you not hurt your neck in that?
I have no idea. I would never take that shit.
I'm about to say, like the shit he's doing looks like you're going to either break something painfully. Kenny Omega's wow. Just fucking
Kenny's
wow.
a fucking beast.
Yeah. You got to watch the 75-minute match with Okada or something like that. Oh my goodness.
Let's see. Kenny versus Okada 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kenny versus Okada 1 was fucking amazing, but 2 just jumped it up. Or watch his match with Jericho.
Yeah, and really, like, what I think, honestly, if I'm being realistic, we have Chris Jericho to thank for what's happening right now, because he decided, fuck WWE, I'm going to do my own thing. And he went and did New Japan and put it on the map for the normal fans.
Yes.
Not like the crazy people like you and me. But the normal fans all of a sudden like, oh, there's Japanese wrestling?
So you did just go ahead and segue into one of the 2 matches that I watched from Wrestle Kingdom, and I feel horrible because I really do want to watch the entire thing.
It's It's a great show. Not quite as good as like 9, which put him on the map, but it was really good. The 3-way tag match with the Bucks, the Tongas, and Evil and Sonata was really great. I mean, I was really impressed because the Tongas usually don't do a whole lot, and they went balls to the wall.
Hey. As long as they got their good luck charm out there, bad luck Fale. You know, dude, I'm going to be honest. I had no fucking idea who Bad Luck Fale was until you told me.
Yeah.
Cuz I'm one of these newbies when it comes to New Japan. I'm just starting to get into it. But I go on and I'm watching Bad Luck.
Uh-huh.
And
it's so bad it's good.
So bad it's good. It's like somebody that I can akin him to, but kind of in the reverse is Grado from the UK. This dude is like so good that he's bad. Like you know what I mean? Like he gets in there with people who are really bad, and it kind of blows his mind to the point where it's like, well, I have to dumb myself all the way down to this level. That dude's really fucking good. But Bad Luck, man, I fucking love me some Bad Luck Fale. Yeah. I watched a friend of mine sent me a YouTube clip of, I mean, you got to think wrestling in Japan is fucking huge.
Yeah, it's
like
hot.
as
It's
big
so
as
right
it
now.
is in Mexico to the point where Bullet Club was in an anime.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. No,
Kenny-
at this point,
But it was Kenny, it was Tamatanga, and fucking Bad Luck Fale. And Bad Luck Fale is just sitting there eating ice cream and shit the
Nice,
entire time.
nice.
He looked like a fucking walrus.
yeah,
but I
wrestling's
loved it.
so big right now that just in Tokyo, there's 200 wrestling promotions. Like everybody who ever was over has their own wrestling promotion, and there's just little pop-up indies like bullshit. Like there's 200. It's
Dude,
insane.
We so need to go and watch a Scott Norton show.
Oh God.
You know it's going to be good. Scott Norton's fucking awesome, and he knows everybody. He's probably fucking suplexed everybody
True.
and punched him in the goddamn face. I'm a pretty big Scott Norton mark.
Yeah, he's all right.
But
I like him.
Neither here nor
Yeah,
there.
I don't hate him.
So Jericho versus Naito.
So good.
God, that match was badass. God, it was like a, what was it, Death Before Dishonor match.
Yeah.
It was just, I'm gonna fucking hit you with everything.
Yeah. I mean, he beat the shit out of Naito.
Oh, he fucked him up. But in the end, Naito's the one with the fucking hand raise and getting that bonus.
Yeah, it was
So
brilliant. You know, the main event, Kenny Omega and Tanahashi, was very similar.
Yeah.
I mean, they wrestled around for a couple minutes, but then Kenny beat the ever-loving shit out of him for about 32 minutes in a row. Every time he would, Tanahashi would fire up a little bit every here and there, every once in a while. He hit a couple things, but then cut off. And God, Kenny beat the shit out of him.
Kenny is just.
But here's the thing, this is what I love about New Japan. All year long, they've been building up Tanahashi as this guy that can just keeps going. He fights through the pain. His back's just is shredded. He's had surgeries, this and that. But through the G1 climax, everything, the tournament, all of it, it was him getting his ass kicked and just fighting through it, and finding a way to win. And they built it up for the last 6-8 months.
The G Spot Classic?
Yes, the G
Or
spot.
the G Spot Climax?
No. No, there's this big tournament they have in Japan every year.
What?
They call it the G1.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody wrestles everybody, and
Yep.
then the winners, whoever has the most points in the brackets, has a tournament, and then the winner gets the title match.
And see, that's what I like about the tournaments in Japan. It's a fucking point system.
Yes.
And there's only been a few times, I would say, in America over the last 20 years where they've done something like that. Where
the record matters, wins and losses matter.
yeah, and it's, the point system matters. The way that you won a match
Yeah.
determines some of your points. And I think it was WCW that did it.
I want to say they might have.
Or maybe it
even
was
if they
TNA.
didn't, if WCW didn't do it, their video game definitely did.
Oh, yeah.
The one video game, I can't remember which one it was, if it was WCW versus NWR or whatever, but they had the league in it where you did the round robin, everyone wrestled, and then whoever
Yeah.
had the most points win, which was really cool.
That was the World Tour. That was the first one.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember because my buddy James had that. And we would fucking stay up all night and we'd make his little brother cry because we'd just fuck him up. And he would always be lower than the computer wrestlers.
Yeah, right?
So, yeah. Oh, such good memories of that game. I loved those games.
Yeah, and that's why was it LJN was the maker?
No. It was AKI and THQ.
And then they switched to WWE, and
Yeah.
WCW games went to shit because the WWF games that came out then were
No
the
Mercy
worst.
and
No.
no.
Those
Yeah,
were
you were talking
after.
about the ones from shit. What was
GameCube.
I
GameCube
was talking
games.
about even before.
Oh yeah,
that.
you're right.
The one for the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Well,
But the Super Nintendo games were still pretty good. But once they went to 64 and
the Acclaim
PlayStation-
games,
yeah,
the
they were
Acclaim
not
ones
good.
where the guy's hands were like this, and like
Yeah.
they had the face of the guy, but it was literally like they had taken a picture and like photoshopped it onto like a wireframe.
Oh, but LJN made the old classic figures, like the
Yes.
big satchel one. And on the rumor line, they're in with the Bucks and Cody, and they're going to make new LJN figures.
Ooh.
So,
and that's pretty cool because like WWE just started doing the little figures with the springs and shit in them.
Oh god, what was it? What was that brand?
It was Mattel.
Oh yeah, the Mattel.
No,
You're right.
no.
Mattel.
I think you were right. I think it was Hasbro. But the little ones that they all did something really cool, like
the spring-loaded arms, and
or the rockers had the springs in their hips, so you
with
could
the
jump.
little thing on their back, so that
Yeah. So WWE just started making those again for
Which
the newer
are
wrestlers.
awesome.
But yeah, I love them. I think they're great. I would go to the store and get those over the action figure dudes any day.
Yeah.
Although they got Brutus the fucking Barber beefcake over at my local Walgreens.
Nice.
I might actually pick that up.
There you go.
You know, it's in the Hogan colors.
Good times.
With the mask.
Good times.
But yeah, that would be badass. Like you're talking like the big, thick
the big
rubber
old statue ones. Yeah. Yeah.
You know who I
The
had?
8-inch ones. Who's that?
Mean Gene Okerlund.
Mean Gene. There
I
we go.
did with the removable microphone.
Full circle.
Full circle. It's a circle, not a square.
No begin, no end.
No beginning.
It's a circle.
Here's a little I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry reference there. Love that movie. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna digress real quick because we were talking about
Wrestle Kingdom.
we were talking about Wrestle Kingdom, but if you haven't gotten a chance, I mean, I wouldn't suggest going out and watching the entire Adam Sandler special.
Oh wow.
Because he did have a new special drop on Netflix, and it was relatively good. I liked it. A couple of really funny songs, but he does an amazing tribute to Chris Farley.
Oh, I did see that. I haven't watched the special, but I saw that.
The Chris Farley song is, if you've got a soul, it'll get you a little misty eyed.
Yeah.
Me personally, I was a huge Chris Farley fan when I was a kid because I was a fat kid.
Yep.
And he was fucking funny. Tommy Boy is probably one of my top 5 favorite movies of all time. Black Sheep is just fucking hilarious. And watching him in the Coneheads was great.
Yes.
Dude,
solid.
I could sit there and I can name off everything. And I'm sorry, it's just something that was kind of on my mind.
Oh no, it's fine.
So
it's great.
But yeah, if you
we're off the rails at this point, it's fine.
Yeah, just go. You know, if you get a chance, our 3 listeners out there, go ahead, go give that a watch real quick because it's brilliant. It's great, and it's definitely a.
So I'm one of the Adam Sandler apologists, like shameless apologists at this point, because like I don't know, he's kind of like Rey Mysterio, where people just turned on him at some point in his career, and I go, guys, like
why?
Because he made a couple shitty movies, like Jack and Jill happened.
Jack and Jill did happen. Punch Drunk Love. I'm not a fan of his like let's be a little serious.
Oh,
thing.
Spanglish is one of my favorite movies of all time.
I don't like it.
It's so good.
But Click,
so good.
Click
is great.
Is like a guilty pleasure.
Well, yeah, but how do you watch that movie and not cry? Like that movie's it's one of those. But that's what I'm saying.
Soul.
Like people got mad because he started making real movies. All of a sudden, movies with a little heart and like.
Well, you know, and it started with like Big Daddy.
Yeah,
Big Daddy. I know this is not even a fucking wrestling show anymore. This is like Adam Sandler tribute show now. Yeah, it started with Big Daddy because I remember the last dumb, stupid fucking comedy he did was like.
I want my own ass. Like the saddest funny scene ever.
Oh yeah. Those Sprouse brothers.
Yeah.
But the last stupid ass comedy he did was like, I think it was like Happy Gilmore because that came after Billy Madison.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was he did that movie with Damon Wayans.
Yeah.
And then it was
The Wedding Singer.
Big Daddy, Wedding Singer, fucking 50 First Dates, like all these damn good movies
with a real story and
with real story, a little bit of heart. Then Jack and Jill.
Yeah.
And then it was kind of a little bit of an upswing with the Grown Ups movies.
Yeah.
I like the Grown Ups movies. They
Well, I've enjoyed almost all of his Netflix
the Netflix
stuff.
things.
I didn't like the one where he was the agent guy. That I
haven't watched that one yet. I watched the one with him and Chris Rock where their kids are getting married.
I enjoyed that way more than I thought I was going to.
I really did too because I expected it to be like Grown Ups Part 4.
Yeah.
You know, but no, it was something way different than You know,
Yeah, I laughed hard during that movie a couple times.
stupid ass me. I really liked the what was it, the Stupid Six or whatever it was, the Western that he did.
I enjoyed it. I won't ever watch it again, but I enjoyed it.
I
while
won't either,
watched
but it
for
was
what
like-
but that one was one of his stupid comedies where he's just gonna do. Oh, you don't mess with the Zohan. That was another one that kind of bombed, but it's a guilty pleasure.
Such a guilty pleasure. Yeah, I love Zohan. Fuck, man, there's so many. But like Little Nicky was so good.
That's one of the ones I don't really care for.
You don't
Yeah,
like? I
it's
worked
okay.
at the movie theater when
Yeah.
that movie came out, so it's just tied to good memories. I'm a huge fucking fan of Longest Yard.
Yeah,
I will
that was
literally sit
fun.
down and watch that movie anytime it comes
But
on.
that's my boy. It was like that one hit it for me.
Oh shit, him and Sandberg.
Yeah.
Dude, you want to talk stupid fucking comedies? That movie was dumber than
Rex
dog
Ryan
shit.
in that movie was great though.
Rex Ryan?
Yeah, he's the NFL coach. He was like in that movie. He was like I don't know what he was, like a realtor or something. He was like office. Yeah.
Yeah,
He was
the,
so
the
funny in
one
that movie.
taking the bets.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
okay,
it was
that's right.
he was a
his
lawyer.
bookie. Okay.
No,
yeah,
it was
yeah,
his
he was a
lawyer,
in a
but-
book. Yeah, gotcha.
Okay, so yeah, Adam Sandler.
So,
But
anyway.
hey guy,
So wrestling.
Uncle Vanny. Hey man, we were talking about Longest Yard for a second. That had wrestlers in it.
Correct.
And it seems like anytime you get an Adam Sandler movie, fucking Kevin Nash pops up somewhere.
Yeah. Well, that's the one thing I do like about him a lot is that once you're in with the crew, you're in, and he
Yeah.
uses you for everything. So.
Fucking Shaquille O'Neal has been in everything now. I think it was even in that stupid fucking Western movie. I know that
Yeah.
Vanilla Ice played freaking Tom Sawyer.
Yep. I mean, he could use Salma Hayek in every movie ever. I'd be happy with that.
I don't know. Kate Winslet was definitely
Not
my
bad.
favorite of his wives in those
Yeah.
kinds of movies.
Yeah.
But to be fair, Click is just one of
Yeah.
my favorites.
So good.
All right, so we're about out of time. I know that we killed a lot of birds with a bunch of stones and diverged on paths unknown to mankind. I just wanted to see what the hell I wrote for my second. Oh yeah, Wrestle Kingdom.
Wrestle
That's-
Kingdom.
Yeah.
But I highly recommend Wrestle Kingdom. It's a great show.
We'll go into Wrestle Kingdom in a little more detail next week. We'll cover that in like the first 10 minutes of the show,
Yeah,
and then
we'll
we
see
will
we'll see how it goes because we're planning on finishing up our top 10 list
possibly
next week.
Depends on what kind of bullshit happens in the wrestling world. I know at the end of the month we're planning on going to bar wrestling.
That'd
and,
be great.
You know, we'll start promoting that a little bit more too. So, all right. So catch us next week where we may or may not get to our top 10 list.
Too bad you missed it.
I don't know what she said. Oh yeah, sorry. Next week.
Next week we'll let Violet tell a joke.
Yeah. No, we're out of time.
The music's playing. Got to stop.
Yep. All right. So listen to us next week, 8 p.m. kaoticradio.com and YouTube.